Welcome back. Now we're going to go to our entertainment correspondent, Melissa Russworm.
Thanks, Diane. Ballots are in the mail for Hollywood's elite who will be voting for this year's Academy Awards. Nearly 6,000 lucky members will be voting in 19 different categories. President Obama has been a hot topic in the political world, but will political dramas like Milk and Frost Nixon get as much hype? We'll find out at the Academy Awards, airing on February 22nd. While waiting for the biggest night in Hollywood, you may want to check out the music scene. The Grammy Awards take place on February 8th. On a local note, St. Thomas will host its annual variety show here at the Kinsella Auditorium on February 10th. This year's show has been dubbed Stew Review, a concert for Kofi. Another variety show held by the St. Thomas community is the annual Multicultural Fair. The St. Thomas International Students Association knew the crowd would be big, but they didn't know how big. The 13th annual Multicultural Fair proved to have the highest turnout yet, maybe too high for the space available. Because of this, the International Students Association has some changes in mind for next year's show. This year, they experimented with a new food system for the buffet portion of the night, which helped with the flow of the evening.
This time people got to pick what they wanted to eat instead of standing in line and getting a lot of different food that sometimes they didn't want it.
The night consisted of a buffet, variety show, and fashion show. Between volunteers and the general public, over 400 people attended the fair.
Thanks, Melissa. What should have been a fierce battle for bragging rights and gift cards never happened at all. The Students' Union Off-Campus Committee organized a craft dinner cook-off on campus. It was supposed to be a fun bonding activity for students who live off campus. The organizers waited and waited, but no chef showed up. John DeCoste is a member of the Off-Campus Committee. It's a new committee, so DeCoste says every event is a learning experience.
This is the first year for the Off-Campus Committee, so we're still kind of feeling out how to do events. And we realized that we can't do events like a house committee would because people moved off campus for a reason.
DeCoste says the leftover craft dinner will go to the food bank. February 5th marks 1 year since the end of the labor dispute at St. Thomas University. Life is back to normal at the school, but Basement Tapes takes a closer look at what the dispute means to the St. Thomas community 1 year later. Melissa Waugh has more.
This was the scene at St. Thomas University 1 year ago. February 5th marks 1 year since the end of the labor dispute at St. Thomas. Now it seems business is as usual at the school, but signs of what happened can still be found all over campus. For some people, the memory of the labor dispute is fresh in their minds.
People who are international and people who are out of province really still talk about and how it was a waste of time.
We emailed professors asking for comments, but none of them have replied yet. So we went door to door on campus talking to professors. However, most of them refused to talk on camera without giving any specific reasons as to why.
Sheila Andrew is a retired history professor at St. Thomas. Professor Andrew is not part of the faculty union, but she still has strong feelings about the labor dispute and was willing to talk.
I feel sad. I wish it could have been sorted out without the level of confrontation.
Strong emotions are still felt around the campus about the labor dispute. I spoke to one fourth-year student who said he didn't want to talk about the situation anymore and that he almost left the school because of it. After talking to many students and professors, it's clear that there is still a lot of tension on campus, even though the dispute ended 1 year ago. From Fredericton, this is Melissa Waugh for Stew Journalism.
The debt that comes with the university education is a growing problem for Canadian students. New Brunswick has the third highest tuition rate in Canada, and the province's students are fed up. Jamie Ross has more.
I recently attended a panel discussion at UNB where the main talking point was student debt. There was a wide range of representation at the forum. Groups like the New Brunswick Student Alliance, the Graduate Students Association, students' unions from both the University of New Brunswick and St. Thomas, as well as the Coalition for Accessible and Affordable Education. And despite the diversity of representation on behalf of students at the forum, all the groups did share one main view, and that's that university students in New Brunswick are graduating with far too much debt. A recent government study found that students in New Brunswick are graduating with about $34,000 worth of debt. That's roughly $10,000 more than the national average. Social work professor Suzanne Dujak spoke at length about the underfunding of universities by government. She argued that universities are a public good and that it should be entirely funded by government anyway. Also discussed at the forum were other student debt remedies such as debt caps, tuition freezes, income contingent loan repayment programs. And the general feel was that none of these mechanisms do anything but legitimize debt. And students are angry. And they'll get their opportunity to voice their concerns on February 19th, which is the National Day of Action Against Student Fees. So we look forward to hearing from them then. Thanks a lot. Back to you.
Up next, love.